Hey guys, in this video I'm taking you behind the scenes of a recent hotel photo shooting I did for a client. They wanted me to capture some fresh shots of the indoor and outdoor pools along with a beautiful garden and lawn area. Since I've already worked with this client several times before, I knew the morning light would be the best. When I got there, the outdoor area was still partly in shadow, so I decided to start with the indoor pool. I started by setting up my tripod and finding the right composition for my first shot. After that, I checked my screen to make sure the furniture was arranged nicely and to spot any distractions that might take away from the photo. I noticed some water on the floor that was causing unwanted reflections, so I quickly dried it up with a towel before taking the first pictures. I usually always make multiple exposures of one picture, to make sure to get as much detail in the highlights and shadows as possible, and later merge them together in Photoshop. In this case, I also use my strobe to highlight specific areas in the picture or to make a furniture or object stand out. These I later merged together with the natural exposures in Photoshop and ended up with this final picture, which I really like. The primary goal for my pictures is always to maintain an accurate natural atmosphere and at the same time convey the sense of being in the room. When it comes to hotel photography, it's essential to highlight the property's unique selling points and what sets it apart from the competition. Because these features are often the very reason guests choose to book their stay in this place and therefore will increase the hotel's bookings. For this hotel, it is definitely the location and the beautiful view that stand out. But not only that, since the hotel is also quite new and modern and has some beautiful cozy areas to relax. I wanted to give my best to include all of that in the pictures I take. For the outdoor area, I paid extra attention to the sun launchers, making sure they were all straight and positioned nicely. Since there were quite a few, I also moved some of them out of sight to create a more pleasing and tranquil vibe in the photos. On the tables or sun launchers in the lawn area, I sometimes like to put something to make them look a little bit less empty. I also want to shoot from several different angles, so there are plenty of photo options to choose from later. For hotels and clients like this, I always try to feature iconic landmarks that people can recognize in the picture. This gives a sense of how close we are to them and provides important information about the hotel's location. The architecture of the outdoor pool had many lines that beautifully lead the eye towards the iconic landmarks. By shooting from a lower angle, I was able to create the impression that the water is hovering over the landscape, which I think looks pretty cool. This was my first behind the scenes video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate your feedback in the comments to help me decide if I should make more of these in the future. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.